Arsenal, they've spent £260 million in this window as they chase that elusive Premier League title. And Carver, they might not be finished there. Mikel Arteta looking to the Bundesliga to sign another defender. What can you tell us?
Well, they're trying to sign Piero Hincapié from Bayer Leverkusen. Now, interestingly, he has got a release clause which is around €60 million, but he's made it clear that he wants to leave, he wants to move to Arsenal. So I think Arsenal have got a little bit of leverage there to try and get him for below his release clause. But this all depends on Arsenal being able to sell players as well, because they've spent a lot of money, but they haven't really recouped very much at all so far. They're in talks to sell Jakob Kiwior to Porto. That deal, I think, is a loan plus an obligation, could be worth around £25–30 million. I think if that goes through, then they would have a better chance of signing Hincapié. But it's really, really important that he wants to move to Arsenal.
OK, let's move on to Jamie Vardy, who still hasn't been snapped up since he ended his love affair with Leicester. No better man to speak to, of course, with Leicester and Vardy than you, Rob. Where could he end up then?
I don't know.
You don't know? I thought we had breakfast with the Vardys.
I'm sorry. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know, and neither do his representatives at the moment. Look, I think the thing you have to remember is that Jamie Vardy's a free agent, so he's not tied to this transfer window. If he doesn't have a club by the time we get to 7 p.m. on Monday, it's no problem for him. There'll be still clubs out there that didn't do their business that need a striker, and he can move to any of them as a free agent.
Is that quite a good tactic for him then? We'll just let it run out.
He could have. There are several. It's been made very clear to me there are several clubs he could have signed for already. Some of those in the Premier League, a number of them in Europe as well before now. But I think he thinks that there's some bigger and better options still to come. We've talked about the clubs that are going to have to do some business late in the window, and they're not all going to hit their first targets. So an experienced striker like Jamie Vardy available on a free transfer, could be a good option for people. His most immediate option is Italian club Cremonese. They've made him an offer. They think it's a very, very good offer, and he's considering that. And I think the project there does kind of appeal to him. Cremonese, a bit of an underdog story in their own right in Serie A, and of course Jamie Vardy loves that. He's spent his entire career being that in his own mind. But I think he's going to assess his options as the window progresses. Him and his representatives are very relaxed about it. He spent most of the summer in Portugal, training on his own, keeping fit. He's ready to go. And there are a lot of options already on the table, and I think he'll take his time to decide which one he fancies when he gets closer to the deadline.
Great stuff. I love the fact I don't know. These guys know a lot, but if they don't know, they'll just say so.
Arsenal, believe it or not, are very much still in the market to strengthen their squad. Could Piero Hincapié be on his way to the Emirates? Bring us up to speed.
Well, Arsenal are exploring a deal to try to sign the Bayer Leverkusen centre-back. Arsenal's focus clearly is on departure still. They've spent around £250 million this summer. It's been an incredible summer for Arsenal, but they want to be in a position to act and try to sign this left centre-back. He's got 4 years left in his deal at Bayer Leverkusen. They clearly want to keep him. Erik ten Hag is the manager there right now. They've lost so many key players already.
That Hincapié could yet come to the Emirates.
OK. Do we think that Zinchenko will be an Arsenal player at the end of the window?
I think if he has his way and if Arsenal probably have their way, probably not. He's not in the plans, it doesn't seem either. They are listening to suitable offers for him. Fenerbahce really did push to try and get Zinchenko. They met with him. They tried to sort out a financial package. That couldn't be agreed upon. And then Fenerbahce switched their attentions to a holding midfielder in Alvarez from West Ham United. There are other players who Arsenal will listen to offers for as well. This one has been going on the entire window, Reiss Nelson. We still believe that Fulham are in talks to try and sign Reiss Nelson. It's just the makeup and the structure of that deal is still under discussion. Sky Germany are saying that Fabio Vieira's moved to Stuttgart. That looks really, really difficult now, but there are other options for Fabio Vieira. Porto, again, could come back in for him. In fact, Porto might be interested in Zinchenko. So of all these players, it's Kiwior, Zinchenko and Fabio Vieira, three of the ones that they do want to listen to offers for. Porto seem to be interested in all of them.
Cool, be a great place to live. Some nice port wine as well. All right,
Arsenal have reportedly entered advanced talks to sign Ecuadorian centre-back Piero Hincapié from Bundesliga side Bayer Leverkusen, as Mikel Arteta looks to bolster his defensive options ahead of the upcoming season. Although negotiations